Hello friends, today we are going to discuss on the pancreas. Let's start with the topic. So as you know, the pancreas is a mixed organ. It contains both the exocrine and endocrine glands. Okay, it is a flat organ with a length 12.5 to 15 centimeter in length, and it consists 99% of exocrine cell, and they are arranged in cluster. Okay, so they are arranged in cluster, and this cluster is known as acne. Okay, and 1.2 million 2 million are the endocrine tissue, and these are the tiny cluster, and this cluster is known as pancreatic islets and islets of Langerhans. You see in the diagram, it is islets of Langerhans, and it is a pancreatic echinus. This islets of Langerhans are responsible to secrete the hormone, and the pancreatic acne are responsible for the secretion of digestive enzyme, and one islet of Langerhans is surrounded by different number of and many number of pancreatic echinus. Okay, and here you see the duct, that is intralobular duct. This is the intralobular duct, and you have also see two ducts, that is the intercalculator duct. These duct are go into the acne and echinus. The singular is known as echinus, and the digestive enzyme are transported by this duct into the pancreatic duct, and in pancreatic duct have a digestive juice, and these that go into the intestine, and ready for the digestion of food. And here you see some capillary in the islets of Langerhans, and these capillary are responsible of transport of hormone into the blood, and then to go into the circulation, and the hormone are ready for the uh, go into target cell. Okay, you understand these two type of cluster of cells. Okay, next we have types of cell present in the pancreatic islets. That is the islets of Langerhans. So the in islets of Langerhans we have four type of cell. One is the alpha cell, beta cell, and delta cell, and F cell. So the alpha cell are going to secrete the glucagon, beta cell are going to secrete insulin, and the delta cell are going to secrete somatostatin, and F cell are responsible for the pancreatic polypeptide. The alpha cell contribute the 70% contribution in the pancreatic islet cell, and beta cell are going to responsible 70% contribution, delta cell have a 7% contribution, and the alpha cells that contribute remainder of the pancreatic islets. Okay, so remember their percentage contribution. It is percentage is important. Now we see the pancreatic islets and pancreas, uh, exocrine pancreas, that is echinus cells, and their duct. This is a duct. Okay, that's the surrounded part is a duct. So in our lecture is based on the endocrine. So now we see the cells that is present in the islets of Langerhans. So first we have alpha cell, and their contribution is as you know 70%. You see these are the blue colored cells. These 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 cells, they are the alpha cell, and next is the beta cell. So this is the large contribution. That is the beta cell. Okay, this is the beta cell level, and that is the delta. Okay, so there is a less contribution than alpha and beta. So these are the delta cell, that is 7% contribution, and here you see some alpha cell. That's brown cells are the alpha cells. There is contribution is the remainder of space are present in the pancreatic islet, that is contributed by the that is covered by the F cells. And here you also see some capillary transport of hormone. Okay, now we move to the next slide. Here we have a control of secretion of glucagon and insulin. Okay, so now we discuss on the control of glucagon and and insulin secretion. First, in case of hypoglycemia, okay, in case of hypoglycemia, when the blood glucose level is low than their normal range, and the normal range of the blood is 70 to 130 milligram deciliter. Okay, so this is the normal value. Okay, so if the glucose value is going to decrease from their normal range, that leads to hypoglycemia. Okay, in hypoglycemia condition, it stimulates the secretion of glucagon from the alpha cell. Alpha cell are going to release the glucagon, and glucagon are act on the hepatic cell that present in the liver to accelerate the conversion of glycogen into the glucose. As you know, the conversion of glycogen into glucose is known as glycogenolysis, because there is lysis means is the breakdown, cutting of the any product, lysis. So lysis of glycogen is known as glycogenolysis, and that lead to formation of glucose, and also promote the formation of glucose from the lactic acid and certain amino acids. So formation of glucose is known as glycogenesis. Remember these two terms. Okay, glycogenolysis and the glucogenesis. Next, as a result, the level of glucose is increased in the blood from the normal come into the normal range, and the glucose is synthesized. If the glucose blood level is increased from their normal range, means it increased from the 130, that leads to a condition is known as hyperglycemia, and in this condition it inhibits this release of the glucagon, and this is known as negative feedback. Hyperglycemia stimulate the secretion of insulin. Okay, now what happened, insulin is secreted in the response of hyperglycemia from the beta cell. Insulin act on the different body cells of the body to facilitate diffusion of glucose. Okay, so first it convert the glucose into glycogen, that is glycogen is a storage form of energy. So to decrease the level of glucose in the body, the glucose is converted into glycogen by the insulin, and next it increase the uptake of amino acid and protein synthesis. Okay, so the amino acid uptake is increased, the use of amino acid increased. Okay, use of amino acid is increased, and the increase the synthesis of protein, because protein also require insulin. The protein synthesis is increased in the hyperglycemia condition. Remember these lines. In hyperglycemia condition, amino acid and protein synthesis is increased, and It also speed up the synthesis of fatty acid, and fatty acid is synthesized by the lipogenesis. Lipogenesis is a metabolic process in which the acetyl CoA converted into the triglyceride, and triglyceride go into the storage form as in the form of fat. So triglyceride are going to store in the form of fat. Acetyl CoA converted into the triglyceride, and triglyceride are going to in the form go and store in the form of fat. It also slow the conversion of glycogen into the glucose. So the glycogenolysis is decreased. Okay, in insulin it is in glucagon it is increased, and insulin condition, when the insulin is secreted by beta cell, the glycogen conversion into glucose is decreased, it is slowed down, and this is known as glycogenolysis. And it is also slow the formation of glucose from the lactic acid and amino acid. So these two are slowed down in the presence of insulin. Remember, as a result, the blood glucose level is fall, and it come into its normal range. It decreased from the high level to its normal range. If the glucose level is decreased from their normal range, very it come into below point to the 70, decrease from the 70, then this in this condition it go to inhibit the insulin and stimulate the release of glucagon. Okay, now we are going to deal with the hormones and their sources, control of secretion, and principle of action. First we have glucagon, and this is secreted by the alpha cell. It control the its action is control secreted when the blood glucose level is decreased. Okay, when the blood level is decreased, glucose level is decreased, the glucagon is secreted during the exercise, and during the protein diet it is stimulated the secretion of glucagon, and it is inhibited by the somatostatin and insulin. Okay, and it goes to rise the blood glucose by the glycogenolysis and glucogenesis. Okay, and next is the second one hormone is the insulin, that is secreted by the beta cell. It control the secretion of blood glucose level, and it also the insulin also be stimulated by acetylcholine, arginine, and leucine amino acid. These two are the amino acid that control the secretion of insulin. Glucagon also is control this secretion of insulin. IGP and growth hormone and uh, ACTH stimulate the secretion of insulin. The full form of GIP is the glucose dependent insulinotropin hormone. Okay, and growth hormone, it is GH is the growth hormone, and ACTH is a adrenocorticotrophin hormone. And these hormones and amino acid, and this is a neurotransmitter, it stimulates the secretion of insulin, and insulin is a uh, work when the blood glucose level increased. Okay, understand. And it is inhibited by the somatostatin hormone. It lower the blood glucose level and increase the blood glucose level is decreased by glycogenesis, decrease the glycolysis, decrease the glucogenesis, increase the lipolysis, formation of fat, and increase the synthesis of protein. Okay, next The somatostatin, and it is a hormone is secreted by delta cell, and it is inhibited by parapancreatic pancreatic polypeptide hormone, and it inhibits the secretion of insulin and glucagon. It also slows the absorption of nutrient and gastrointestinal from the gastrointestinal tract. So nutrition is not be absorbed from the intestine. Pancreatic polypeptide hormone is secreted by the F cell, and if a patient take meal which contain protein, high protein, uh, a person are going fast and going to fasting, person are doing exercise, and acute hyperglycemia, they stimulate the secretion of pancreatic peptide. Okay, so these conditions are responsible to secretion of pancreatic polypeptide. Protein diet, fasting, exercise, acute hypoglycemia. Okay, and it is inhibited by somatostatin, and if the blood glucose level is increased, so the pancreatic polypeptide will stimulated, inhibited. It inhibits the somatostatin secretion and cause the gallbladder contraction, and secrete the pancreatic digestive enzyme. Okay, so these are the uh, hormone that are present in the uh, isolates of Langerhans in the pancreas, and these hormones work on the insulin and glucagon, and they are responsible for the production of glucose and digestion and conversion of glucose into the storage form. I hope you understand the lecture. If you have any doubt, you please comment in the comment section. I definitely answer your questions, and keep watching my videos. I upload the video for the BSc first year nursing. Thank you.